Hi, Chris LeSueur with the Preferred Experience podcast. Going to attempt to do this podcast outside right now. It's pretty windy out here. Today's April 21st. So we're getting some of that April wind right now, but see if this works. So today's episode is on the new training cycles we are starting at CrossFit Preferred. Before we get to that, I'm going to just share a couple announcements with you. And the first announcement is I'll have the mobility clinic replay back on I'll have it on our website and on YouTube. If you missed that on Saturday, Shane was awesome. Shane from Arizona Physical Therapy taught it, and it was on hips and low back. And it was such a fun clinic. We had a great time and learned a lot of new things, and some new stretches and different things we can do with the bands, and it really worked great. So it was a lot of fun to be able to do that, and thanks Shane for doing that. And then our next thing we have coming up is this Monday at 7 p.m. on Zoom. We will have Tirsa and Megan will be doing their monthly nutrition talk, and this month's talk is on how to plan balanced meals and snacks. So I'll be looking at my phone here every once in a while for my notes. But so how to plan balanced meals and snacks. And in this this talk, you'll learn how to pick your protein, carbs, healthy fats, and how to pick proper portion sizes. And then they'll also be talking about some healthy balanced snack ideas, why it's important to incorporate protein into your snacks, and they'll be giving you some on-the-road snack ideas. And then our next big event that we have going on at the gym here is on Memorial Day. I think that's Monday, May 31st, if I remember right. And we'll be doing the Murph Workout. It's a hero workout we do every year at CrossFit Preferred. A lot of the CrossFit community across the world does it. And we do hero WODs in CrossFit, and this is an awesome one to be able to do with everyone, and we have a great time every year. We've been doing it for a lot of years, since 2012 here at CrossFit Preferred, so excited for that. And then the next thing here is I wanted to share some statistics that I heard today, and it was very interesting to me, and it was the COVID-19 deaths per million. So times all these numbers by a million, or actually don't times them by a million, but these are how many deaths per 1 million. In the US we have 1,661, so 1,661 deaths per million. In Italy they had 1,800 deaths per million. In Egypt they had only 166 deaths per million. And in Nigeria, they had 9.97 deaths per million. And we know there's different factors, but we've learned, and the CDC has stated this, that obesity is a huge reason why people are actually dying from this virus, from the COVID-19 virus. And hopefully these comments will be able to stay on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram today as I share them. But really interesting statistics. The CDC said nearly 80% of people hospitalized with COVID are obese or overweight. And then 42% of our population in the United States right now is considered obese or overweight. And obesity in Egypt and Nigeria is much lower, and they're seeing less cases of COVID in these countries. So I found that really interesting, and something that we could all learn from, and that could help keep us wanting to train and take care of ourselves and set a good example for the family and friends and people around us. Some other factors that we've learned that affect COVID-19 are vitamin D. And vitamin D affects a lot more than COVID-19. It affects your hormones. It has to do with sleep. It has to do with how much sunlight you're getting. And one of the great ways to get vitamin D is to actually be outside at, a lot of times it'll say at the hottest times of the day. And there's an app called D Minder, so as in vitamin D Minder. And the app will tell you, my dad will go walking, and he specifically walks around 12, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Even in the summer when it's crazy hot, he'll go on a walk. And it's so that he can get his exercise in, of course, and also so that he can get his vitamin D. And you get the most vitamin D really at the hottest parts of the day. So it's something that helps with cancer. That's something my dad has been dealing with. He's cancer free right now and doing awesome. But that really helps. And then he's also been working on his weight. And it was said by the American Psychological Association that 42% of Americans gained over 30 pounds in the last year during this COVID lockdown and all that. So over 30 pounds in the last year. If you think about how many calories that would take, that's a lot of extra calories. And so maybe sitting at home wasn't the answer. That's what I want to share today. And you know, I know it wasn't the answer. You know, if you take the time to take care of yourself, get outside, do the different things, it's going to make a huge difference. And if you disagree with me on that, that's okay. I'd love to discuss it with you. I have no judgment on that. But I really firmly believe that taking care of ourselves is going to help with the immunity against this virus. And so one of the big things that we really focus on at CrossFit Preferred is, of course, exercise and nutrition, getting outside. We encourage people to get outside. We do some workouts and events outside multiple times per year. And right now, we started a new training cycle, and we have 5 training cycles throughout the year at CrossFit Preferred. And what we're going to talk about, or what I'm going to share with you today, are those cycles as well. So hope you found those statistics interesting. I sure did. Makes a big difference on what I'm going to do. But now I'll get to the training cycles. We finished the CrossFit Open. I shared that the last week or two on the podcast. But we just finished the CrossFit Open. And so in our program here at CrossFit Preferred, it's so windy out here right now. We follow these 5 training cycles from CompTrain, which we love. We've been working with them, using their programming for years, and we've seen so many great results for so many different people with this program, and excited to get it started now. So for those that have been with us a long time, and for those that are starting with us right now, you're at a great time of the year to really build some strength and some technique and really go back to the basics. So this first training cycle that we do after the Open is really returning it back to the basics, and we'll be working on training squats. We'll be doing squats 3 days per week. We will be doing overhead strength, and then there's a focus on moving better through a variety of positioning drills. So you'll notice we'll do some lighter weight work where we'll focus on the movements. So squats 3 days per week. We've already done 2 this week, and my legs are feeling it as well as everyone else. It was a little hard to run yesterday. And then we do pulling 3 days per week and pressing twice per week. So in this cycle, there's even some bench press, which is pretty rare in CrossFit, but they see some benefits in that. So we are excited to be able to do all these different things. So prepare yourself to get strong. Really focus on nutrition too during this time and throughout the whole year. It really will change your training and help you get even better results. Showing up is definitely going to help, but what we do after we leave the gym, after being here an hour a day, is really going to make a huge difference too. And I know a lot of people are already really sore from the week. Don't let that stop you from coming in, because as we move, it'll push out a lot of that lactic acid in our legs. It'll help us to adapt to the training that we're doing, and it'll make a huge difference to get in here each day. So get in here as often as you can, and really focus on this cycle. It's going to make a huge difference. Another thing that we want to stress, and this is something that Amy and I and some other coaches were talking about, really important to put in your numbers, especially for the strength. So in Wodify, the app that we use, you can put in your the amount of weight that you used each day. So on squats, we do that on the front squats today. You put in those weights and numbers, and it helps you to know where to start next time, and then it helps you to see how well you're improving, and it makes a huge difference. The other thing is tracking your workouts. So on the more intense piece of the workouts, it's great to track those workouts too, because we test and retest in CrossFit. That's one of the things about CrossFit that makes it so effective and works so great for all of us, is we're constantly working on improving, and we're not just showing up at the gym and doing whatever we decide that day. There's a plan. And so the other 4 plans that we will be doing the rest of this year up until the Open next year is, so we have Silverback that I just shared, and now after that, most of them are around 8 weeks, some of them are around 6 weeks. We'll have Grunt Work. Grunt Work is building stamina, strength into our weekly progressions, including capacity through barbell cycling, stamina squat sessions, and unilateral dumbbell work to improve positioning and correct imbalances. So these are the explanations of each training cycle that we do here at CrossFit Preferred. After Grunt Work, we do Barbell Ninja, and that's focusing on the mechanics and technique on the Olympic lifts through targeted progressions in the clean and jerk and snatch and Olympic accessory work. So we do a lot of those really technical lifts during that time, and we get a lot better at it. Then after that, we do gymnasty. Gymnasty we finished fairly recently, and that's improving body awareness and having an on-movement stamina and quality. Progressions towards the ring muscle up, bar muscle up, handstand push-ups, and more. And then right before the Open starts and during the Open, we do the cycle Racehorse. And Racehorse is Open preparation, dialing in conditioning and targeted skill refinement for the movements tested in Open competition. So in addition to these training cycles that we do, if you follow this, if you're starting right now, so I was working with Nick this morning, and I was teaching him how to do a couple things and showing him the Wodify app. Shout out to Nick, he's crushing it, doing an awesome job. Fun to get to know you, Nick. If you stick with us and you do this throughout the whole year, you're going to be amazed at how much you improve in the next year. And that goes for each of us. If you really focus on each cycle that we're in and know that there's a plan, you're going to see, you're going to be awesome for next year. So remember that as you train, that each cycle is not going to last forever. It's going to change. We constantly change things in CrossFit. That's one of the things that makes it so much fun for all of us. In addition, some people really enjoy the competition piece. Some people enjoy the community piece. Some people enjoy getting better. I enjoy it all. It's so much fun. So keep that in mind. In addition to these training cycles, we offer a couple different classes. We do have Aerobic Capacity 2 days a week. Tuesday night at 7, we do Aerobic Capacity, and those are assault bike workouts, rowing workouts, and running workouts. And then Thursday morning for our Aerobic Capacity, we do a track workout, or we'll meet here at the gym. This week for Aerobic Capacity tomorrow, we'll be meeting at the track at 5:15 a.m. and we park at the church across the street, and then we all walk over together and we run on the track, and we're off their track before their school even starts, and it works really good. It's an awesome time of year. Highly encourage you to come join us. You'll see a huge difference in your workouts here at the gym if you incorporate the Aerobic Capacity, working on your running, working on your rowing, working on your biking. And I know many people in CrossFit are like, I CrossFit because I don't like to run or bike or do any of that kind of stuff. And I get it, but these workouts, I promise, will make a huge difference for you and make it you a better athlete all the way around. Seen it happen with so many different people. So come join us. We have a lot of fun at the track. And then our other class that we offer is Spartan race training. So Spartan SGX training. Andrew Lucero is the coach for that. Andy coaches some of them. I coach some of them. But Andrew is our head Spartan SGX training coach here at the gym. And he is certified by Spartan. He's learned all the proper ways to train people for that. And in addition to that, a huge shout out to Andrew for finishing. He's finishing up his master's degree in strength and conditioning from Arizona State University. And so he'll be done with that in the next 2 weeks. And he writes up some awesome workouts for Spartan. Everyone that I've seen do them and then go do the races does awesome. And it's such a fun group. We go and do Spartan races and we have a great time together. So remember to get outside, get that vitamin D, work on your nutrition. Know that if you show up here 1 hour a day, you are going to really improve your fitness, but it does matter what we do the rest of the day. So focus on that nutrition, focus on that getting outside, getting some sunlight, and focus on each training cycle. As you do that, promise you are going to have awesome results. You're going to change a lot, and people are going to notice, and most importantly, you are going to notice what great shape you're in. So that's what I have for you today. Excited about this next year of training, excited to get started with Silverback and build some strength. And I hope everyone has a great week, and hope that all of you can get in the rest of the week and keep moving and join us this next Monday. Remember to join Tirsa and Megan this next Monday at 7 p.m. We'll be sending out some links to sign up, and we'll send out that Zoom link. But awesome sessions that they share online, and it makes a huge difference. So you'll learn how to improve nutritionally too. So we want to help you become better here in the gym and then also outside of the gym. We know that what you do here transfers over into your life and makes a huge difference. And that's it. Thanks a lot for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.